One of the first important things, of course, is pick your parents. Gene pool.
Genetics does play a very, very
Yeah.
important
Well,
role.
you know what, Jay,
It
you're
does.
right, because I'm here. It's funny because I have a friend who, when I lost my parents, I lost them both within 6 months in 1990, and that's 18 years ago. And they were in their 60s. And a friend of mine says, "Oh, you're one of us." And I said, "What do you mean?" She goes, "You're an orphan." She says, "We stick together." And she said, but it's really important is that, and you know, it's funny because my kids sometimes, they know that I'm edging closer to that. And I said, "Oh, don't worry. I went to a psychic when I was 22 and she told me I was going to live to be 89. I said, "She's wrong. I'm going to live to 96. So I kind of try to take care of it. And, you know, so I said, "You know what? We just can't decide that. That's not our choice." But my husband is a financial advisor, and he went to a talk from a man who was 87 years old and still acting as a financial advisor to his first clients' children. And he said that had he known what he knew when he got older, the focus would have been totally different. And I think that a lot of you have talked about this. Relationships and health are what are most important. The money is a tool to help make those better. And he said that is what we need to focus on more in our lives. And if you talk about, we have a wonderful man here who just left Case Western Reserve, Stephen Post, who talks about giving and how giving lets you live longer, healthier, and a more fulfilling life. And when I hear all of you've all been givers. So you're a living legacy to that helps. And that is what makes it worthwhile. So I really appreciate all of you for coming today and talking to us. And we have just about 5 minutes left before we're done, but that just means we will stop recording. That doesn't mean that we all have to leave, because I think some of you have forged friendships here, and you may want to just get the next time you're going to get together in line before we leave today. But does anybody have anything that they'd like to say that they heard today that they want to kind of add a little snippet of something or anything other? I would like Esther to say a few words, because without Esther, we wouldn't have had this wonderful topic today of preparing for longevity, women living the longest life. If she would like to, Esther, would you like to say a few words about what you've heard today? And
I think it's a very interesting spread. The things that people noted and bring in vary, and that there is some continuity. I was sitting here trying to think of what's appropriate in terms of the gene pool, because I myself have a genetic impairment which colors many things. So there's no answer, of course, but it does make a difference.
I think that that's true. Your genes do have something to do with it, but I think all of you here are talking about how, you just forge ahead and
Attitude.
you do
Getting back to the attitude.
About attitude.
Positive attitude.
Yes, Claire.
I have been listening around, and I've decided that maybe being almost 90 is important.
Good. So we changed your mind,
You
right?
changed my mind.
We changed the mind.
Well,
See, that's what I think that, and I love what I hear from Lynn that Judson is doing, is that, that the people coming in from the community and we didn't really touch on it a lot, but grandchildren who are all over the United States. I hope that you all, when you're on the phone with them or those that you email, Betsy will give you a link to this and you'll say, hey, go see grandma or great grandma. I was on TV. And it's not, internet TV is a little bit different from network TV, because what's really great is we can record this rich conversation of all of these wonderful women and their ideas and their experiences, and it's there. It's archived, it's there, and who knows? I work with a podcasting company. I have my own with Meet the Bloggers, and my partner will say, something that we recorded 2 years ago, suddenly people start listening to. And you have no reason why. And I just have a feeling that this topic that we had today, that Esther chose for us, is one that people are going to look for on the internet and want to know about life experiences. And who better than to tell people, you who are living it, you who are living the long life. So I guess Lynn tells us there's a elder hostel for September and October. Do you want to talk about that a little bit, Lynn, before we sign off, so everybody can hear what you are going to do here?
Right. This is an exciting FYI that we're all going to be hearing about. The marketing tools are in the works, but Judson is going to host an elder hostel here, right here in this very auditorium. And we're going to bring Mount Rushmore to Judson. With the upcoming election, the focus of this elder hostel, which is going to begin September 13th, is going to be what the 4 presidents in Mount Rushmore would feel and how they would approach the politics of today. Doesn't that sound energizing?
Very
Whoa.
interesting.
So, this is we're going to take a little hiatus then with our involvement here with the Women's Enterprise Network, hopefully to come back. And can I say that today was really the make it or break it piece of this, because I was, we've done this twice, and I was very concerned that the women of Judson maybe just weren't embracing this opportunity. I was gone the other 2 times, so I really didn't have a chance to experience it myself. So when the Women's Enterprise Network invited me to Cleveland Heights Library to come and expose myself, on the internet, to have an interview, I thought, I don't have anything to offer. I don't have anything to say. But I went, and I really didn't want to go. And I came back, and I knew why I did this. Because I then realized that we all here feel like we don't have anything to offer, don't have anything to say. And so I knew it was my job to share with you all, that experience and say, try it. Because we have so much to offer. And so you came. And here we are today. And so it looks as though we have a lot to do in the future to help posterity. Women need to come together and share our stories. Yes. And that's really what we do here at Judson through a wonderful philosophy that we call the Eden Alternative internationally. But what that really is building relationships and giving. Giving. That's what that philosophy is, in a nutshell, all about. and
And
that's
Lynn-
what we're here today.
And Lynn, I think that's why the Women's Enterprise
Yeah.
Network thought that we were a perfect fit for you. Because what our mission is to engage, empower, and support women to be more than they thought they could be.
Yeah.
And you guys all showed us that. So,
Yeah.
thank you very much. It's just 10:30 and we are off the air. And thank you so much, ladies.
That's
What
great.
a
Thanks so much.
wonderful.
Yeah.